welcome to another episode of the Ravens Flock.
Woo! Thank you.
Yes. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody who's still sticking with us. We've received new subscribers, new followers, new thumbs ups on our pages, which is great. I like that. I enjoyed that. I appreciate every single one of you guys. And man, it just feels awesome just being on the show. I mean, I just get the.
You've missed being in the studio?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do miss the studio. I miss you. I'll never leave you again.
All right, focus up.
Okay. But anyhow, yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed MetroCon this year. It was over in the Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida, the first weekend of August, a 4-day con weekend, which is pretty bananas. And for those of you who missed it, who weren't there, here, have a look at our montage. And there you go, folks. And for those of you who did go to Metro, I hope you guys enjoyed the shows. I hope you guys enjoyed meeting the guests, the cosplays, etc., etc. I personally enjoyed the fire show Thursday night. It was very emotional, Kingdom Hearts themed.
I didn't actually get to see the fire show, but I did get to catch the chess match. I got to catch the masquerade ball. I had a pretty good time. How about you? How about you guys? What was your favorite part of the con?
Yeah. The fire show was just amazing. They've gotten better every single year. I don't know how, but they continue to top it. And what's even more beautiful was at the end, there was a wedding at the fire show.
Ah, yes.
That was
It was
awesome.
absolutely beautiful. Two of the fire show dancers actually, who met through the whole performance, I hear, got married on the spot. And after performing all that, it was just so beautiful.
It's over.
Well, I'm gonna break with the tradition here. My favorite part was the chess match.
Okay.
The chess match was fantastic.
Of
this year.
course, of course.
They had a great story. The fights were all awesome per usual, but I thought the story was especially well done. Normally, it's like, oh hey, we're all gonna meet up and fight, but there was a little bit more to the story this time, which I liked.
Precisely. And
But
if
we
you-
have a whole episode. We have a whole episode about that.
Exactly.
It's great. People should watch.
Exactly.
But
If you
today
want,
we're gonna talk about something else.
yeah.
What are we gonna talk about?
Well, I mean, we're coming out of a good con. We're coming out of a wonderful con weekend. It was fun. It was great. It was great seeing people. But after a while, after a couple days, you're just left with this really huge empty hole in your stomach.
And for once, it's not from missing out on food, because usually when going to these cons are expensive and people forget to eat.
No, not physically. No.
No.
It's just like you're left with a gap in here. Like, okay, what next?
Okay, you're talking about post-con depression then. All right.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is. Quit elbowing me. I'm trying to.
Are we gonna put that on the title card down here?
Yeah.
Post-con depression.
Let's make a nice little rainbow thing.
Title card, reading rainbow.
Thank
Thank you very much.
Thank you. But yeah, post-con depression it sucks. I know that at least everyone who's ever gone to one of these conventions at one point in their lives has had that moment of complete disconnect from the rest of the outside world. Like, these cons are for a lot of people the only times they get to hang out with some of their closer friends, or to get to relax and be themselves more than they usually do in their day-to-day lives. And now, after coming back to that, coming back to the real world from that, folks are left with it's not just a fad. It's not just a meme or anything. It's serious. You're left with a sense of emptiness. You're left with a sense of lack of purpose after these cons, because you've got everything that you could ever hope to enjoy, and it's crammed into a 3 or 4 day period. Once that's taken out, the mental rush, the adrenaline rush, and everything involved in that is just gone.
True.
It's fucked up.
You ever get that?
I haven't actually really gone into something like that. I got kind of the opposite. I'm so exhausted after the end of a convention that I just need a few days to just chill, because my body goes to shutdown mode, because I've been walking, I've been talking, I've spent so much money, and my bank account has post-con depression, let me tell you that.
Oh yeah,
That is true.
we can all
Yeah.
agree our bank accounts are in horrible need of counseling.
And just realizing it's all over. It's there's just this sinking feeling, and it takes a while for that to alleviate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I've never really gotten post-con depression either, but I think it's because I mainly go to MetroCon and I day trip it every day, because I live pretty close to the convention center. I'm not going to tell you how close, but I live pretty close to the convention center. So I just day trip it, and I get a 3-day pass or whatever, but I can go home at the end of the day. I don't go to a hotel room or anything. So it's I don't fully immerse myself there, I guess. So, the end of the con is just oh, okay, well, tomorrow I'm just not going to go out. And I feel like for like a lot of people, like they come from pretty far away to go to some of these conventions, and you know the hotels always sell out super fast for conventions. And so you know for the people who are coming from you know other cities or even out of state to go to these conventions, I definitely understand you know what they're going through, because they have to put all this energy into even going to the convention,
right.
And then they completely immerse themselves for 3 or 4 days, and then they go back, and then it's just like you know all this hype that was building up, and then you know living the experience, and then now it's over. And so like I feel like that's where most of the post-con depression comes from, is it's like the more of yourself that you invest into the experience, the more you get out of it, sure, but then the more emotionally drained you are afterwards as well. And you know, like I said, I've never really had that issue because I don't have to invest a lot of extra preparation and time or whatever. It's like I could literally decide the day of the convention. Oh, I'll go to the convention.
But you have done some observations. You have seen like posts.
Yeah. There are definitely people who are like, and I see it on Facebook all the time. I'm friends with a lot of people who are very into the convention scene, and I see you know how disappointed they are. Like the convention's over, and they're just like, well, what do I do now? And it's like they just you know try to prep for the next like the next big convention and try to you know keep themselves going and keep themselves motivated.
Precisely. Some people have a way of working through it. Others probably not. Let's ask the convention. Let's ask the attendees.
Hot 1, hot 2. I need a Charleston chew.
3, 2, 1.
We're here at this year's MetroCon at the Tampa Convention Center here in Tampa, Florida, and I'm here with David. David, you're my friend, buddy. How you doing, man?
Living the dream. How are you?
Oh, you doing good? Awesome. So, how many cons have you been to so far?
This is my third.
Your third? How you liking it so far?
It's been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of cool things. I really enjoyed the anime combat, like 3 hours or so. Just like
Awesome.
a bunch of. It was great.
That's good, man. That's good. What's this got to say about my power level?
Well, seeing as how it hasn't busted off my face, it seems to be something I could handle.
Damn. Come on, man. We're off to a bad start. Okay. No, but for real though, there's something I want to. There's something I want to know. There's something that the people out there would like to know. Every time, like, okay, this is probably going to be new to you, but every time when cosplayers or conventioners, attendees, or whatever, they go to conventions, they have fun, awesome weekend. But then after a while, they come back and they start to shut down, like emotionally. Con depression hits hard. Does that ever have you ever had that happen to you in like your first time or second time?
No, actually. I guess since I'm kind of new to it, I haven't really been into a rhythm of it. But every time that I've been to a con, I've really enjoyed it, and then I just went back to what I was doing before. You know, playing my video games, watching anime and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
I always enjoy coming back. It's like a little special time, and then going back to the normal routine of life.
No, I get you, man. Keep yourself occupied no matter what. Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. All right. Well, thank you for your time, dude. I do appreciate it. Enjoy the con.
Will do.
Yes. Let's get real close. How you doing, guys? And now I'm over here with a dude cosplaying Hunk, one of the coolest characters in Voltron. Holy cow. I love it. And when I get home from the con, I'm going to binge watch all of season 3.
You should. You definitely should.
Thank you. I'm sorry. What is your name?
My name's Jose.
Jose. I'm Jose. Bro, bring it in, man. Bring it in. Jose's, man. We got to stick together, All right, so here's what's up. I don't know if you ever get this, but like some cosplayers or attendees, they go to cons, but then when they come back, they fall into like this real hard depression,
The post-con depression?
Post-con depression,
Post-con
exactly.
depression, yes.
How do you deal with this stuff, man?
Oh, dude, honestly, just got to keep in contact with the people you made friends with at the convention. That's the most important thing.
That's true.
That's the most important thing. If you don't keep in contact with those people, you'll find yourself, you're isolating yourself. You're just getting super, super depressed, super lonely. It sucks. I've been there several times. But keeping in contact, like my Keiths over here, my Lances.
Yeah.
It's just, that's what keeps you going.
No, I get you, man, because the people you run into cons, you're not going to see them every day sometimes.
No, obviously not, yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks a lot, dude.
Oh, no problem.
Thanks, Jose.
No problem, Jose.
Hey.
Video on. Alright. Just remember to focus up. Hang on. There you go.
Thank you.
Alright. Alright, thanks. Okay. Hey there, everyone. We're here at MetroCon with a lovely cosplayer from Voltron. Give us your name.
I'm Wednesday, and I'm cosplaying Princess Allura from Voltron.
I love the outfit. Thank you very much.
Thank you
for letting us take this minute with you here. We're actually talking about post-con depression. You know, when you're just getting wrapped up with a con and you're back home and everything's like back to normal. It sort of sucks. Have you ever had an experience like that yourself? And so, how do you deal with this?
I definitely get that. After a con, I'm really sad. I usually don't get to see these people until the convention. So I actually throw myself into another project. Like I start working on the cosplays for the next convention that I'm going to. So it kind of gets me focused on the next one instead of just like being really sad about the last one. So that usually helps, yeah.
I get you. So you keep yourself busy, just keep the ball rolling until the next
totally.
con comes up. All right, that makes sense. You know, keeping your mind going. Is a great way to go. Okay, that really works out, actually. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Real quick and easy. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And that's a cut.
And there you have it, folks. And thank you very much for those who have been interviewed for taking their time, taking a couple minutes to share their thoughts. So I guess to close this up, when we go to these conventions, it's basically a 3 or 4, if you're lucky. It's a temporary reprieve for the weekend to be yourself, to be around those you don't see on a day-to-day basis, who travel outside of town, outside of state, and you go to these awesome shows and you see all these guests and et cetera, et cetera. It's just a wonderful, fun time.
You keep et cetera, like, is there anything wrong with trying to go in depth with this?
Listen, this is my speech, okay?
Et cetera, that, et cetera.
Et cetera, this, okay?
Jeez. Well,
but then after the con weekend, yes, you're left with that post-con depression. There's no, you feel like there's, that weekend is gone, you're not going to get it back, but there are ways to working around it.
Well, for starters, in terms of like working around it, you got to remember that sometimes when it comes to this stuff, it's not just the matter of emotionally involving yourself during these conventions and committing yourself not just financially but emotionally and taking your time and committing yourself to this experience. It's not just that. It's not just the lack of continuation after the end of the con that really sinks it in. Sometimes you have folks who go through post-con withdrawal or con depression, for whom it might actually be symptomatic of something else that they might be dealing with. Maybe they're actually dealing with some other troubles that they have in their normal day-to-day life, and having this depression could actually sink into a clinical depression. It could actually be part of an actual clinically diagnosable psychological disorder or something like that. And for folks like that, who for them, one of the best remedies for them is to involve themselves in their hobbies and not dwell as hard on the problems that they have. Going to the con is like a shot of morphine for them. It gets them going, but afterwards, when they're done, it just sinks them back even further. So if you're a member of the con community and you have these sort of issues going on, definitely, if you're not doing so already, definitely try to seek professional help. Definitely try to get some counseling, if not from an actual therapist or psychologist or anything like that. At least with friends and family, people who are close to you, people who understand you, and
that's exactly what I was trying to get. I was exactly what I was
really?
trying to get to. Yeah,
you were going to get to that.
Yeah, and one of the like just like one of the guys who I interviewed, Hunk, who's also named Jose.
Lovely.
Stay in touch with your friends. Stay in touch with them. The internet's there. Social media is there. You just chat with them. As long as you stay in touch with those you've met at the conventions, just stay in touch with them. You'll be fine. You won't feel alone when you're back to your day-to-day routine.
Yeah, I do think that definitely does help, because one of the huge things, especially for people who get really severe post-con depression, is that the convention scene is generally I say generally, perhaps other people have had different experiences, but the people that you meet at conventions and who you know from these places tend to become a separate social circle from the rest of your life. And I think there are a lot of people at conventions who find that convention social circle more relatable. And so it's a reprieve, not just from, work and other sorts of responsibilities of life, but even the social burdens that we carry of interacting with people that we don't quite relate to, or that we have to put on a face for, or that some sort of hierarchical structure dictates the way that we interact with them. You can't talk to your boss about certain things or in certain ways, but when you're at a convention, you can talk about the things you're passionate about and things that you love without people judging you, because those people also love those things.
Right.
And so I think that being able to talk to people especially that you meet at conventions outside of that convention scene is a key component in mitigating post-con depression. Because for the people who get that really bad, one of the huge drivers of that can be the fact that they're using their convention social circle to escape the confines and limitations of their normal social circle. So being able to stay within that circle even after con ends can help keep your spirits up through the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So keeping in touch with your con buddies.
Exactly.
It's definitely helpful. Awesome. Thank you for the insight, Sean. It's awesome.
Exactly. It is possible to battle through post-con depression. There are options out there available. There are people out there available. Your friends, family, anyone. You don't have to go through this alone. All right, folks. As per usual, follow us on our other shows, Los Amigos Play and The Black Files. We'll be putting them out there through many of our social links below for you to enjoy.
And in case if you have forgotten what our social links are, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, and for those of you who have not been following along, we have our Instagram page, which is Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline.
Hooray.
And of course, if you're watching us now, you know that you're watching us on YouTube.com/Casabona.
Yeah.
Unless you've pirated this video, in which case, why? It's on YouTube.
But we're not even getting paid for it. Why?
Okay, congratulations. You pirated our video for nothing.
Oh, what a big guy you are.
Right? Now, tune in for our next convention, for our next episode. We'll be at MegaCon Tampa Bay, which is at the last weekend of September, heading into October at, it's the same place, the Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida.
Got a little happy dance from Jeanette.
Yeah.
I love going there. Local, close to home.
Right.
A nice big space with a lot more air conditioning.
Hey, there we go. There we go. All right. Thank you for tuning in. We are the Ravens Flock, and we are out. See you.
It sounds like such a piss ass answer, but it's true. You're the reason why we come. You're the reason why we're here. I mean, the weather is lovely. It's a little sticky. So we're here to see you guys, and we get to meet you and talk to you and geek out about stuff that we love too. It's really fun.
Yeah, you guys don't remember, this is my 11th year.
Yeah.